Hey, everybody. Hey, Patrick. How's it going, man? It's Wednesday. I can't hear you. I always lose you right at the beginning.
How about now?
Now I got you. There you are.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my stuff. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
It's
How we doing,
Wednesday.
man? It's all of our letters are pink. Our background is pink. That can only mean one thing, right?
Yep, Cotton Candy Wednesday.
Love it. Love it. 2025 West Schwab Tire Pink Lady Classic. I am in the IHRS trailer because there's one woman that drives me crazy, Patrick, and that's Mother Nature, because it's only 8:30 and it's dark. I hate this time of year for that reason.
Yeah, I was going to say the actual reason that Brent is in the IHRS trailer right now is because Brent is the guy that will literally go and work at the racetrack doing anything, anytime, any hours. And he was doing that all after working your normal job.
Yep.
Then working at the racetrack, literally until he has to do a podcast. So he has to go hide in a trailer before somebody else comes over and asks him to do something else. Because if they come asking, he'll do it. So Brent has to lock himself away and shut himself. As you can see behind, everything's closed down in the trailer.
The door's closed. The windows are all closed.
He has to imprison himself for an hour so he can do a podcast.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing now. Yeah, we had open practice tonight. So on our big 2-day show weekends, Wednesday night is like an open practice for all the classes like we normally do on a Thursday. Tomorrow night, only the classes that are running on Friday and Saturday. So sprint cars, trucks, street stocks, midgets, hornets. Those 5 classes can all practice tomorrow night. Riley, if you come in here, I'll kill you.
As he said, should I walk into the trailer?
No. I had to kick him out. He was in here napping or snacking or something before I came in. I don't know what he's trying to get out of the way. He's got cool IHR shirts. There we go. No, Riley, stay out. I'll kill you. Or I mean, I will hurt you. I guess we can't say those words on the internet, but
yeah, you never know.
But yeah, so we just got done flagging some practice. We had a few cars. One sprint car is all. Tony Offit out of Portland, Oregon is down here practicing. But Patrick and you and we'll talk about it here in a second. You and part of the family are headed up here. I have Eric Humphreys in the pits. Cars in the trailer. But it's the California plate. So I know Eric's in the pits. The defending Pink Lady champion, Aaron Willison, is in the pits. Mike Anderson is in the pits. Colton Nelson, Andrew Palmer getting ready to pilot the number 9 Busch car. And then there's like 3 or 4 trailers just parked out in the parking lot ready to come in tonight. And I think we're going to lock in 20 to 25 sprint cars, Patrick, Friday night.
20 to 25, man, I'm looking forward to it. And just the names you dropped already, it's like, hey, man, heavy hitters, right? But we're still expecting to see some of the names that we love to watch, like Waters, Wharf.
Wharf will be here. He's fresh off a win in Emmett Saturday night. Honestly, just kind of looking through, I mean, Brian's one of the hottest. He's on a hot streak in the West, and it's going to be cool to have him come in here. Brian's never taken home a Pink Lady Classic.
Isn't that weird?
That's one of those crown jewels that he still needs to add to his list. So maybe this is the year. The Lockwood team or the Stinker Stores team, Lockwood and Lions, they're going to be here. Yeah, I would say you're going to see at least 23 sprint cars start qualifying on Friday afternoon.
Man, I can't wait, dude. It's this is the event that introduced me to Meridian Speedway.
That's right.
The first race I believe that I ever went to was Pink Lady, right? A few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is just, it's awesome for me because like you said, bringing some of the family up. So our son Tyler's coming up, first time for him at Meridian Speedway. So he has just been talking about I can't wait to see the track. I can't wait to see this. And I let him know, I texted you that, and you said we'll give him the full VIP tour. And so he's just been on cloud nine just thinking about it. So I know it's going to be a drive, but once we get up there and we roll up and you start seeing that water tower get closer and closer, because that's what I'm going to tell him. Just watch for that. When you see that water tower, we're there. And so I'm gonna be watching the rear view mirror to see the look on his face when we see that water tower. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a memorable weekend for us.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, and for people like your son and some of these out of town drivers, Meridian's not like going to Twin Falls where you go through town and then back out of town, and you're in the middle of the in the desert, which is awesome for the Speedway and Twin. Now, aging myself, but it used to be way out of town, right here where I'm sitting. When my dad and we literally lived 4 miles that way, direct southeast of the Speedway, 4 miles, and I could stand on the front porch and see the lights come on a night when I wasn't at the track, and then I would throw a little fit, a little kid, because I was like 20. No, but yeah, now there's 10,000 people between the racetrack and the place I grew up. But it'll be cool for Tyler, and a lot of these folks that roll into this place are like, yeah, we're really right here in down flipping town. We can go to a gas station, we can go to a bowling alley, we can go to 8 different drive-ins, and we don't even have to get in a car. You can walk. So it'll be cool. I'm excited to have him come down. We'll give him the full meal deal, behind the scenes, in the barn, all the cool stuff. It's kind of like me inviting you guys to my house. I'll show you everything. So
guys, you don't even know. Brent is totally telling 100% the truth right now. He's been texting me all week talking about, what can I do to make your stay better? What do you want to do? What do you want to see? What can we do? We'll give your son the tour. We'll do this. Brent's it's literally like we're going for a sleepover at Uncle Brent's house, and he's just planning the party. So
even show you the IHRS trailer. Here we are. It's a disaster at the moment because we're doing a remodel before Friday, but here it is right here. So no, it's going to be it's always I want to say it's a huge weekend. It's always a cool weekend. This is the time of year, though. I mean, for sure, with Twin Falls down to one big event left, this is the time of year where you're like, for us here at Meridian, the next 2, 3, 4, next 5 races they're all big, because then they're all over for a year. You guys are down to your last one. How was last weekend down there, though? Pretty good show. I know it's a hard time of year at the end of the season like that.
Yeah, it's that thing where you just are like, man, we only have this many main events left. That's it, and watching them dwindle away. It's sad but cool, because people are paying more attention to the points now and who's locking what down, and it was smooth though. It was a good night. We had a little bit of wreckage. Had a truck get up on one of the barriers in between 3 and 4, a little bit crazy, but I believe everybody's okay, and learned some stuff about some drivers, maybe switching classes. I've learned a little bit. I don't know if they wanted it announced or not yet, but maybe we can talk off there. But learning stuff. We went to the pits. We had a cool experience with my son Tyler. He we were down in the concessions getting our little cheeseburger pre-race and that, and then Peyton Hardenbrook's mom was down there, so she's got the shirt on, says 53, has the late model on it, and so my son goes up and, hey, are you with the crew of the Hardenbrooks? And she's like, yeah, no, I'm the mom. So yeah, basically. And so she brought Peyton up to meet my son, give him a hero card, sign stuff. So it was a fun time, and then he got a Skunk Cup T-shirt and ended up getting a Jeff Hillock T-shirt at the end of the night in the party in the pits, and got some hero cards from Mitch Pearson and some of the other guys. So it ended up being just a good party. I felt like it ended a little bit like it was quick, because we went to hang out in the pits for a little bit, and we still got home a little bit earlier than we normally do. So it was a good time. Love to see the races come and hate to see them go,
Right. Yep. Don Kithcart was on there. Spanky told you to get here early. Yeah. Get those kids in the car and get up here to Meridian early Friday.
Yeah. Plan is, as soon as my babysitter can get here, we're out.
On
So
the
I got a babysitter grandma coming from Salt Lake City area. So as soon as she gets here, we're gonna have bags packed and ready to roll. Gonna make a little pit stop, I think, in Twin, stretch the legs and keep on trucking. Oh,
night.
Riley, did you see that? Riley said I saved his butt. Riley did a little hopscotching across the country last week.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, he was at the Nationals. Remember we were talking about that.
Yeah. He's becoming a man. Taking
So
long, but he's becoming a man.
he'll get there one day. He'll get there. You will, Riley. Don't worry, bud. So he sends me a picture that it was about 30 minutes north of here. And I was like, dude, you like went by my place, bro. You know, we're not that far from the freeway. We're a solid just 5 minutes off the freeway. And he's like, yeah, I lost my wallet at a gas station in this little town, north end of Utah. And so I was like, well, contact the gas station, because if they find it, we passed that going up to the track. Luck would have it, they found his wallet, held on to it. We went up there and snagged it for him so he could get his ID back and all those goodies. You know, that could be a super big headache. So we're just trying to help race family out. That's all.
Yeah. Even if it's Riley. No, we
Yeah,
love Riley.
even Riley, yeah. So I mean, like, if it would have been someone we actually like, I mean, imagine what we would have done, you know?
You would have got him a wallet and lunch or whatever.
Yeah, I would have bought him a piece of pizza too. Yeah.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah. I mean, so really tonight is just about trying to get everybody excited for the big one. You know, this is a big money event for your Speed Tour sprint cars. Obviously, it's bringing in drivers from all over. Championship. I mean, this is it for your sprint cars too. So a lot of times we get into the Pink Lady Classic and we're running through our 3 segments on a Saturday night. We're looking for that Pink Lady champion and who's going to win that last segment, that last 20 lap deal. And every now and then afterwards, you're like, oh my gosh, so and so also won the championship, because this is it. This is for us up here at Meridian. This is our first championship weekend. So there's a lot at stake.
And you might not realize it unless you and I have the opportunity to talk to some of these drivers all throughout the year at different events. And when I heard people saying maybe a month ago already, a solid month ago, saying, well, we're just here trying to shake things down, get ready for the Pink Lady. Well, we're just trying to get things tuned in for the Pink Lady. You know what I mean? Like, you think that they're super mega focused on like that day's events and what's going on, and they are, but they've got that, when they're already talking about Pink Lady, you're getting an idea of what that race means to these drivers. So just from what I've seen in Twin Falls, from the folks that came through there, it's on a lot of people's minds. It's a big time race. And if you enjoy sprint car racing, do yourself a favor and be at Meridian Speedway Friday night. It is going to go off, and you're going to see the fastest, loudest, most beautiful. It's like, Home Improvement. You remember that show? Mm-hmm. I'm not that old, you know what I mean? But like, it's like that on wheels, right? It's just, it's beauty.
It's going to be crazy. Peyton Banks and myself are going to be here tomorrow night because it's all practice. I mean, they're going to be firing these things up tomorrow night, and this time tomorrow night, more than likely the lights will be on and we'll still be practicing. We're going to let these drivers get this thing dialed in. Peyton and I are going to do some Flow racing interviews. Everything this weekend is going to be live on Flow. So you and I will be bringing people across the country into downtown Meridian. And then we'll hit a couple lives. We'll hit a couple Pit Stop podcast lives too, so everybody can get the adrenaline flowing for this weekend. Because even Tony Offit, when that car fired tonight, you just get that feeling of it's on, and then you look down the pit and they're dropping the gates on Mike Anderson's out here wrenching on his car. Willison opened the back of the hauler, and there's the orange, the orange wing sticking out of the back. And they don't even need to fire him up for a dork like me, but tomorrow they're going to fire him up. Fans can come in. So if you're local, come in, grab a hot dog and a pop and watch some sprint cars. Just come in the pits, sit in the grandstands over here by the pit area. You can even wander up into the north end if you want and get your favorite seat ready for Friday night.
Yeah, if that's a perfect opportunity, like Brent said, go in and scope the seats, because it's going to be a packed house, But if you can scope and you know where you're going to go, that would be highly recommended from these guys, these race guys. Find your seat, the angle, because if there's going to be a lot of folks there, it's going to be great. Austin Murphy joining us. So it feels like he just saw you, Brent.
He did. He just went by me like at 80 miles an hour in a legend, like 20 or 30 times. So Austin was out here practicing tonight. Just saw him. So yeah, he had an opportunity. Trevor, what's Trevor got to say?
Says Andrew Palmer locking up the PLC would be awesome to see.
Yeah, they are literally 100 yards behind me working on the 9, the Busch car in the shop. So
I'll tell you what, if they get Andrew Palmer, he's getting better in the sprint car, but it's like, is he going to be good in every damn class or what?
We're not going to tell him he is. You know how big that redhead would get if we tell him he's going to be good in everything.
It's already like a size 9, huh? His fitted hat.
We're going to have to get an 11X helmet just to put over that. No, I mean, he's doing good. He's got a good ride with that 9 Busch car. It's Diamond Cup was one thing. This is a whole different ball game, and we'll get into it here in a little bit. But a whole different, a whole unique way that it's gonna go down. So it's gonna be pretty cool. We'll talk a little bit about the. I don't know. There's a word, and I really can't think of it right now. It's a very unique way that we find out. What's the word? I even put it in our promo earlier today. Anyway, never mind. It'll come to me. I'm getting old.
I'm gonna have to look it up. I want to see.
Like the I don't know, man. I need to go home and go to bed. The unique format. Unique format from night number 1 to Pink Lady Champion. Robert Parker. Hopefully he's going to be out here with us getting in. Yeah, that 9 car was hanging off the fence like 2 or 3 years ago, and now Andrew Palmer's going to be rolling it around and around the quarter mile. So that's a video we hate to see, but it's out there. And Troy walked away, but yeah, that same car, they've got it out here. Shane Prince getting ready. Hall of Famer, Magic Valley Hall of Famer. Oh, and there you go. Yeah, so tonight we were all standing out here, and the 22 car, the green 22 street stock's going round and round, and we're standing, I'm flagging. We had Spanky and Monica and Riley and a few of us, and we turned to the left, and Andrew's standing next to us. And then you look back at the green car, and you're like, that's your car. He said, yeah, and it's also my grandpa, Larry Palmer. Grandpa Larry, who raced, he's a guy that I watched as a child. Larry Palmer is going to take the seat for the Idaho CDL training number 22 street stock Saturday night, so Andrew can concentrate on a Pink Lady Classic. So for those of you old guys like me or older, yeah, it's going to be a little throwback. Over 80 years old, going street stock racing this weekend. So my sleep is over. When I go to sleep tonight, I will sleep again on Sunday. After I don't sleep.
He's not lying. He's going to be up for real.
Yeah. Because I have to get up, I'll be here tomorrow night, and then, you got to get up early on Friday because I have to go to work, and then I have to figure out how to get out of work early. So that means I have to go early. So it'll be like a 5 to 10 a.m. work day, and then we'll cruise right here to the track, and then then I will not go to sleep until probably Sunday night. But I'm young; I can handle it, right?
Yeah,
that's sure. Right. One of our Magic Valley guys.
Zach had a little ad. You have to ask him about his steering column and what happened to him in a street stock race.
Uh-oh.
He was basically holding his steering column in his lap for a minute there. So, he was battling for the lead. And I think it was 2 laps to go. And I think he lost his steering column. So it took him out of it for that. But he was right there. It was exciting. It was a good race. And Trevor said if Larry gets the win, North End Animals are going to go nuts.
Yeah.
These and those. Sorry, I never saw, like you said, Larry, you saw him growing up, but I saw a couple things like that at RMR where someone who used to race came back, had this many years, that many years, and they got him back in a car, and you got to see how special it was. I noticed this through the eyes of others. So I'd be watching around and see, everybody like, who is that? Oh, that's so and so. He's back. He hasn't been here in 20 years, and I used to watch him when I was growing up. I used to watch, and watch, and I was just like, this is something else. And you don't see this in other sport, right? You don't see, oh, so and so is coming back to play basketball 30 years after we last saw him play. That doesn't happen,
Right.
In racing, it can happen where you see a guy that's 80 years old getting behind
Yeah.
the wheel. It's like a nostalgic magic, like the event's already going to be awesome, and then you add a little touch of something like that, and it's like I never saw Grandpa Larry back in the day, but like I'm excited to see him race.
Yeah, it's going to be, and that's Saturday night. Street Stocks are on the card for the championship Saturday night. So, want to come watch the legend Larry Palmer go around and around the quarter mile Saturday night with your Idaho CDL Training Street Stocks and just like I said, a way to give Grandpa the opportunity to go running. Well, Andrew's going sprint car racing, and that'll let him totally focus on the Pink Lady Classic, because 23, 24 of the fastest, baddest sprint cars, and you want to be right in the middle of it. You definitely want your focus on it.
Yeah, you got to be locked in, and I hope they get some in-car footage of Grandpa Larry. I hope somebody gets a GoPro in that car, because the world needs that footage, and like we need to have that for the IHRS. Like that's no joke. So to Team Palmer, please get a GoPro inside of that car. I want to see Grandpa, because he's going to be smiling. He is too. He's going to be having the time of his life.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, his son, Andrew's dad was out there. They're dialing it in. They're putting some turns in, taking some turns out. And he had a blast tonight. He got quite a few laps in tonight.
That's so awesome. I hope they do for real do that and get to the IHRS, get a copy, because that's the kind of things they want to preserve, the history of racing. And when they can show clips of Grandpa Larry maybe racing from back in the day, and then and then here's one from 2025 racing in a street stock. Man, that's awesome. It's cool.
It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be very cool. So for people watching, who's going to win? Let Patrick and I know who you think your favorite is in the comments. This is the time you get to choose who your winner is going to be. You've got 23, 24 options.
And there's not bad options.
Oh, no. From top to bottom, it could be, you look at Natalie. She's had that podium finish last time she's out, now she's coming to Meridian where she's got some laps and some, she's been through the dance of the Pink Lady Classic before. So let's talk about that real quick before we start going to our winners. So the format, this isn't just straight up couple of heat races, a big main event, and then, bam, winner takes all, right? Step number one, qualifying, Patrick. The top two on Friday night, they don't have to do anything else because they're locked into the front row of the Pink Lady Classic. That's it.
Top two qualifiers are locked into front row main event.
Yeah. So by 5:40 we're going to go qualifying at like 5:15, 5:30. By 5:45, two of these drivers can load those things up and say, you guys go have a whale of a time. We'll see you during starting lineups for the big main event. Everybody looks like we got a lot of Wharf fans on there at the moment.
Yeah, Shane and Steve. Now listen, those two gentlemen in their own right, Hall of Fame, right? Yeah. So they've seen a race or two. So if they're both saying the same guy, it's going to be hard to bet against that guy.
Yeah. Brian was so dominant for many, many years and then went through a stage where he wasn't. There was just different things going on with car ownership and losing some great people that were right there with him. And now his dad and the 9-1 racing team and Rosie, his wife, they've all got that thing. That thing's flipping dialed. I did not. I mean, obviously we were racing at Meridian, but I hear at Emmett, it was kind of like Brian Wharf was on a Sunday night cruise with the family, and it just happened to be 13 other sprint cars were way, way, way behind him. It sounded like a pretty dominant run. Corey Lockwood had a good run out there too, but it sounded like it was definitely the Brian Wharf show just 5 days ago. So maybe that's that's so far he's maybe the one to beat.
Yeah, let us know who else. All you guys that are watching, let us know. So we got 2 Wharf votes, but if you're, and it's crazy to think too, because when you got Lyons and Lockwood and last year's champ
Aaron Willison. Yep.
So, and you got Willison, and and then you got Water, and you got a Palmer. You got that name, just that name. It's like, okay, you're going to be good. And all the others that we're going to see, guys from out of town that maybe you haven't seen much or heard a lot of, they're no slouches that are coming to this event. So
Jeff Montgomery is on fire in his new chassis this year. So Jeff's going to be a guy to reckon with too.
Yeah, and I was just seeing some Facebook comments from people like, I don't even know who they were, but they were at Emmett, I believe that's where it was, and they said, hey, this kid, he's a youngster. They're like, I think they said he can't be more than 16. Is he going to be there? Is G Money going to be there?
Yep, Willie Ginn's going to be here, and he is again a young kid that this year, started out doing well. Last year did good, and then all of a sudden, it's just he went up to Canada and just dominated. And I think he's on a roll at this point right now too. So G Money, Colton, 3-time Pink Lady champ, the only 3-time champion. Mike McGurdio picked it up 2 years ago, so he's looking to roll back into victory lane.
You said Mike Anderson's there, right?
Mike Anderson's car is just to my right here. They're working on some looked like rear end and rear tires and stuff, so they're thrashing, putting shocks and stuff on that thing as we speak. Like I said, Portland's Tony Offit is on property. Somebody on there, I think, asked if Willison's going to make it. Yes, Aaron Willison is 2 haulers down from the IHRS trailer right now. So Aaron is at the racetrack. The car is there. So
any of those guys, and that's why they do this format and stuff. I believe this is Patrick's opinion, right? Because it just takes it to the next level, because those guys, knowing who they're racing against, the top 2 qualifiers getting locked in front row main event, has got to be like, that's target number 1, right? Like, let's get locked in on the front row, because you don't want to be behind those guys that are that fast, because it's just going to be that much harder to try and make up any room. So you want to be starting at the front of the pack, and if you can lock that down.
And right there, Patrick, Friday night, get off work early and get here at 4:45, because one of the most exciting parts of Pink Lady Classic is Pink Lady qualifying. Because right there, you're rolling out 23 of these drivers that are chasing $10,000, and they know now. I mean, I would imagine, I wasn't a good race car driver, but I thought I could do it. But maybe it's double edged. Maybe you're like, bam, locked in quick time. You don't have any heat races or anything to make those adjustments to get ready for that main event. You got to wait till the next day. There's a lot of strategy built in there. Do you? Of course, when you strap those helmets on, it's just bam, you're racing. But do you want a little bit of heat race time, or is that heat race an opportunity that maybe all hell breaks loose and you crash it and you just don't even want to be a part of it? I mean, there's a lot of weird things, and when you stop to think about it, how it could work. I mean, we're going to qualify and lock in your top 2 heat races, and I'll have a little sheet. You and I'll have a lot of homework to do, because in the heat races, like the top 2 of this go to the A main, 4th, 5th, and 6th go to the Elliott Sportsman Classic B main. Then you go to the next heat race, and the top 2 go to the A, and a certain amount go to the B. And then we're doing this all Friday night. We'll have a couple of little homework sheets, and that's what maybe we can have little Tyler help us. He'll just have to read off of Race Monitor the 92 and the 82 are first and second, so we can put them in the right spot. And that's what Brent and Dirk and all the crew do back here. So then Friday night, the B main, which at the Pink Lady Classic is not a B main, but it is the Tom Elliott Sportsman Classic. That's like, it's like the baddest ass B main you're ever going to watch in your life. But it's all for position. It's all, it's the Elliott Sportsman Classic. There'll be cool presentation stuff Friday night with that. But yeah, then you run that B main and it lines you straight up for your positions behind your top 2 qualifiers in the A. And then they're going to run 40 laps. And then they're going to take a break. And then we're going to invert them. And then you're going to run 40 more laps after we run some.
They're going to run 40 and then invert?
So yeah, so they'll run 40 segment and then 40. And then your final 20 lapper is a straight up shootout for the championship. So it's 100 laps, 40, 40, 20. So again, these drivers are going to race through this thing. And, where do you want to, if it's that 6, 8, 10, you want to finish in 6th or 8th, or what, where's the good spot to start? Because it's really that second 40 where you want to move up, because then the 20 lap shootout for the 10 grand is just, let's go racing. Everybody's on the same lap. Bam. So yeah, it's like I said, it's not a 35 lap main event. 100 laps split in 3, and we're going to mix it up in between. So some people are like, what a crazy format, but yes, it is. But I love it because it's kind of like, what are you going to do? Where do you want it? Do you want to finish 8th, just in case that might put you on the front row of that second segment? There's all sorts of, and when we go live on Flow tomorrow or Friday night, we'll talk everybody through it. We'll have our homework page right in front of us, and we'll know the invert and the draw and all of that stuff. So, but yeah, so that's the cool part. It's like, what do you want to do? You want to be quick, sit back, have a couple drinks, and get ready for Saturday. If you're third quick, you can kick yourself in the butt because now you got heat races and a possible B main event. And then if we're over a certain amount of cars, it all depends. If we're over 24, 25 cars, then there'll be a last chance qualifier first thing Saturday afternoon. First thing out of the gate, if we have depending on car count, there'll be a last chance qualifier. Winner goes to the A main. Everybody else goes home. So, and those are from some of the back end of the B main and stuff like that. So there's a chance, and that your LCQ just depends on car count. So if we have a good car count, which all these years we have, you might have 4 or 6. I know Natalie Waters made it into the Pink Lady Classic winning an LCQ on a Saturday afternoon. So it's not over, but if you had a crappy Friday night, there's a pretty good chance it's not over yet, because at 6:15 on Saturday, we're rolling your car to the front stretch. And yeah, there's a chance to sneak in that way too. So, and then from then on, it's 100 laps divided in 3 different weird segments that are awesome for a race fan. And Patrick, it'll be cool to have you up here with me, because I always try to keep everybody up to date on what's going on, and sometimes I think I confuse them more than I help them. So we'll keep everybody in the mix. We'll let you know who's going where.
Yeah, listen, folks, I think that's why they wanted me to come up this weekend, is because they're like, listen, Patrick's a little slow, so if he can catch on, he'll be the gauge. So if I'm catching on, then we can know that all the normal folks at home, they're following along too, So
very good. And in the end, first car to cross that checkered flag on lap number 100, even though it's broken into segments, that's $10,000 payday at Pink Lady Classic. We've done. Again, I can't believe it, because I remember when we brought, Adam and the crew brought this up as the first one. There are 10 Pink Lady Classic winners already. So we are starting the second decade of Pink Lady Classic already. And I'm only like 20, so I don't even know how I remember the first 10. But
yeah, no way.
But yeah, so we've had a decade of Pink Ladies in the books. And yeah, now we're going for the second 10, the 11th running, coming up on Friday and Saturday night. What else we got over there? We got people chatting with us.
Yeah, so we got Miss Sherry. Sherry's in the house. Hi, Sherry.
Hello, Sherry. They'll be making their way up to downtown Meridian here in the next day or two. Saw a couple of their videos firing that car up, so I'm excited to see Natalie up here.
Oh, that's one of the teams that I've been hearing from for a hot minute, talking about getting ready for Pink Lady. Looks like Randy Kerr. Oh, Randy Kerr's got some stuff going on. Probably not going to be able to make it, but
And then
You know,
Flow
he'll be
Racing.
watching on Flow. Yeah.
Yep,
He
we'll
says
keep you up to date.
on the TV in the RV got the got to have the 40.
Huh? Got a 40-inch TV in his RV,
Yeah,
but
you
that's
know,
true.
Randy Kerr must be making good life decisions because he's talking about in the summertime going to the lake, going camping. He's hitting car shows. Like, I mean, is he
Yeah,
he secretly won the Powerball or something, man? He's a high
yeah,
baller.
but we got nothing on him. Look at this. We got a live studio and a trailer full of Tupperware totes and these are, yeah. If only, right? We could be
Yeah,
there.
it's one day we'll get there. We'll be like Randy Kerr one day, just safer driving, mind you.
Don't want to scare you. Thought there was a Corvette down there. I was last weekend. I wondered why you weren't in it.
No, dude, soon as I look over at the entrance and I see a white convertible Corvette, and I just had like a flashback, like PTSD style, and I was like, I got to get off this track, man. I got to get off this track right now. And they told me it was okay, and I think he had someone else riding with him. Darn it, someone else was in that shotgun seat, you know.
Yeah.
So, oh, Shane's not gonna be able to make it. Let's see. Shane says, wishing I could swing this weekend. Love the Pink Lady Classic. Shane, watch on Flow if you can. Shane and Randy, some of the guys that, you know, if they show up at the racetrack, you're going to have a party. It's going to be a good time. So if we can't have them there, sucks. But
Randy says there's cool stuff in the trailer. Look at this, Randy. Randy let me wear this at Twin for the Magic Valley Hall of Fame. And this will be a permanent fixture in the IHS trailer. Randy said, take it, keep it, hang it up. So Randy Kerr giving us the old NASCAR Dodge Weekly Series. That's going back a ways.
And that's a minute, huh?
Yeah, since my white pants didn't make my body look the way I wanted them to, Randy let me wear this. And not so much that it didn't make my body look the way I wanted it to, it made my body look the way that even the good Lord didn't want it to.
Hey, you were white. That's all that matters. It's all good.
He's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Artie, but there is nothing that's going to fix that problem. So you need to put some jeans on and go borrow a shirt.
Not even the good Lord himself can make that magic happen, huh?
No, even he's like, man, I gave you all I had 50 years ago. Quit asking for so much.
Please, I gave you one miracle, huh?
Yeah, one miracle for you is enough. The rest is on you. And if you screwed it up, it's not my fault. Amen. Right? You know, whatever. I take what I get. I mean, I'm sure this isn't where my mom and dad and the good Lord thought I would be on a Saturday night or on a Wednesday night when I was 50, hanging out in a trailer. But here I am.
Oh, you could be. I mean, you could be hanging out in a worse trailer. I'll tell you that. You're doing good.
There are worse trailers I could have gotten stuck in. This one at least has power. I mean, I might be bumming the power off of the racetrack, but at least it's got power. Don't tell the boss that yet. I'll unplug it. But yeah.
Oh, Robert said Patrick going to be there. I'm going to be there. Yes, I'm going to be there. Yes.
Making the trip. 5 hours, like 5-ish. I mean, I think it's like 5.5 to Salt Lake. So you guys shouldn't be. I can make it from my home in Kuna to Twin Falls in just about 2 hours and 45 minutes, 2 hours.
If I were to leave right now late at night, it's only 4 hours.
So you'd be here by the time I get home. I'll be at the racetrack until then.
Yeah. So I think we're planning on about 5 hours.
Yep.
5.5, because I think plan is to stop in Twin for stretch the legs, eat some lunch, and then get back on the freeway and we'll go.
Yep, get here. We'll get you guys signed in for the weekend, and we give Tyler the behind the scenes before we start practicing, and you guys too. It's been a few years since you've been up here, and I know Dan kind of showed you what we had, but we'll take a tour. We'll get ready for the weekends. You know where all the cool stuff is.
Dude, I can't wait. I don't know if they still have them, but when I went there the first time, they had like these Italian soda deals. Do they still do those things?
Yeah, they get and we have the hand dipped ice cream. Pizza Hut is going to be on site for the rest of our races this year. So if you like a Pizza Hut breadsticks and pizza, we got that. Walking sombrero tacos. In the pits, Smoking Iron Barbecue is going to be doing a little pit
Oh
barbecue action too.
my.
So yeah, the food is the food could be it could be bad for you. Diana might have to drive you
Oh,
home Sunday because you're bloated. I don't know.
just from that, I'm gonna bring an extra bottle of Pepto because I want to hit the taco stand. I want Pizza Hut cheesy breadsticks, barbecue in the house too, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a cheeseburger always, anyways, and that's just to
Right?
get ready for that's qualifying Friday. Like that's just
That's
work.
Friday,
Yeah, that's day one, first hour.
and then you got Saturday where it's like, yeah, but yeah, walking. I mean, Todd with the tacos. I mean, I obviously watch my weight and eat very pickly, and burrito, chicken, cheese, tortilla. That's how, and Todd just stuffs it full. So you got that, chase it with a pizza, and yeah, you're good to go.
Dude,
Got
I'm
new
so stoked, bro.
new souvenir stand since you've been up here. You like walk in, it's like you're walking into Macy's, kind of sort of. But you
Yes.
walk in and Candy Shack souvenir stand. Yep, there's Spank, the walking sombrero. Mm-hmm.
That'd be so good. Shane says soccer mom van faster at night or just traffic difference. I think that's the traffic difference. I think we're gonna roll in the Kia, so we're gonna be a little bit faster anyhow. I mean, it is a hybrid, so it's only got like 4 horsepower, but whatever. We'll get there.
Don't have to charge it up, just go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shane Crown,
there's good for Randy.
we know he's not riding shotgun in it. I can't do it again. I can't. It was an experience that I did once, and I can't do it again.
Randy Kirk can get you up here in an hour and 12 minutes from your house.
He would
That's
too.
not even talking about stopping in Twin Falls. You guys will be asking him to stop in Twin Falls, stretch your legs, and he's like, "Shut up and sit down. We're only 12 minutes out of Meridian as you're passing the Twin Falls exit."
Yeah,
He's like,
that's the express Uber, huh?
he's like, "You know what? You guys just zip it. He's gonna slide into the parking lot at the Speedway, and you guys are gonna go like rolling across the dirt lot, and you'll be like, there, stretch your legs now. I'm going home. I got to go to the lake and get my 40-inch TV in my RV, right?"
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to get somewhere fast, Randy Kerr's your guy.
Got to do it. You got to do it. So yeah, man. I mean, I know you got some stuff to do before you get headed up here, but this is the big show. This is the I don't know. Diamond Cup is amazing and the history is awesome, but what Adam and the crew and what they've done for the Pink Lady Classic over the last decade has been awesome as well. Bill Birdsell, one of our longtime officials. I love it when Bill comes in. Thanks for joining us, Bill. And just real quick, a lot of people, now it's just it's the Pink Lady Classic, right? Or it's the Diamond Cup, or it's the Pink Lady Classic. If you go on our podcast page, go on the YouTube page, because I know you guys are all going to take all your friends to our YouTube page, and then you're going to subscribe to it. We go through all of our videos, couple hundred videos on there. Go back to last year. The one that I posted today for the promo for the show shows the old Pink Ladies. That's what this is about. I mean, this is about the history. We're going to pace the field of sprint cars with the Pink Lady. I mean,
really?
Yeah. I mean, Jimmy or Kenny and Jimmy Jr. and the crew. There was a picture on Jimmy Hamilton's page. The Pink Lady, they're polishing her up. I mean, and Kenny races it as a vintage car and wins main events every other weekend. So it's still a race car. I mean, Kenny Hamilton still drives the crap out of it.
Yeah,
but
they're not rolling it out of a museum, which is where it'll end up, I'm sure. But
yeah,
this thing's still winning.
So yeah, I mean, there's a couple versions of it out there. One, like I said, one of them still goes round and round, and it's cool. A few years we've had a couple of them out here, and that takes us back to where we're sitting tonight. I mean, that is the history of racing from this place over the last 7 decades. And this is the 75th year, and that car has been a crown jewel. And when Adam and the promoting partners put together the Pink Lady Classic a little over a decade ago now, it's paying tribute to not only the drivers that drove that car, including Kenny, but to that car. I mean, you ask sprint car fans around the country, and if you say Pink Lady, they're going to be like, "Oh, from Meridian?" I mean, my son and I were in Volusia dirt track in Florida like 6 years ago, and Brock had his Pink Lady sweatshirt on, and one of the guys, he's like, that's that Hamilton car from Idaho. It would be good to go see that someday. It's like, oh, that's where we're from. That, I mean, so that's what I mean. It's so there's so much more and so much deeper. And then we just top it off with a hell of a sprint car race with $10,000, with $10,000 at the end, right?
Yeah.
And fireworks.
Yeah, it's that killer mix of nostalgia of back in the day. I remember that car. I remember that, and how many super bright, bright pink race cars do you see in your life? Not a lot. And that's, that mixed with who's driven that car, and now the event that's got the name, the name, it's just I'm sure it's something that you could, like you said, you could have a t-shirt on over in the other side of the country, and somebody's going to go, oh yeah, that's that. Yep. Just like that experience you had, that's that car, that's that race. I've heard about that, or I've been there, or I want to go there. And then they're just throwing, $10,000 out to a sprint car race too. It's, we just can't say it enough, guys. Me and Brent are those nerds. So we love watching racing. So we're going to say, yeah, go. But like for reals, go.
Do it. Friday night, just get here early because, like I said, I love the racing, and Patrick and I are going to go wild for 2 full nights about sprint cars from the tire to tire. But if you want to experience something that is just edge of your seat excitement, it's qualifying, because you're going to roll out the first car and they're going to be an 11.75, and you're like, that's not too bad. And then the next car is an 11.6, and the next one's an 11.5, and then it's an 11.555, and it's just going to be the Pepsi Cola scoreboard is just going to be flipping every car that comes out, and then maybe one guy's just hanging out at top, and 2, 3, and 4, and then all of a sudden Lockwood comes out, and boom, and all of a sudden you're knocking on the 11-second bracket at 11 O's, and then Colton, and then Willison will come out and go green checkered because he's like, I only need 1 lap to kick all your butts, so I'm done, because he's at the top of the board. And so yeah, I urge you to get off work early and get here at 4:45 or 5. Find your favorite seat, because you can tell I'm more excited about flipping time trials, Patrick. I'm excited about that.
I know, I'm stoked now that I know that the top 2 get locked in for the front row of the main. Now I'm like, we do need to get checked in the hotel, get there early, because I want to get a taco, I want to get some cheesy breadsticks and some barbecue so that I can watch qualifying. You
need to be on site. You need to be on property by 3 p.m. You tell Diana that's your curfew. That's your point. That's your mark.
That's our goal. Yeah, we are. That's for real.
Because then we can do a tour. We can download some Flow Racing stuff, and we can go get some dinner. And at like I said, 4:45, the gates are going to kick open. You guys are going to, we're going to be in. We're going to be ready. Saturday, the same thing. Gates open at 4:45, and at 4:30, Patrick, there's going to be a line of people clear out to the Story Park, which is like a city block away, waiting to get into this place. So really, get here quick. Get here early. Everybody, buy your tickets online. You can do that right now. MeridianSpeedway.com. Click the buy tickets link, and you can hook yourself up with a couple of Pink Lady Classic events here tonight.
Yep, get them while you can. Show up early, like Brent said. Don't get stuck in a line.
So Friday night, Speed Tour sprint cars. The NASCAR trucks are here on Friday night. You just got to watch them. We're going to have them back here this weekend. The midgets, we had a couple of them practicing this weekend, tonight, and the Idaho Asphalt Services Hornets. That's your Friday night. That's your Friday night card. The Hornets go home on Saturday. The Idaho CDL Training Street Stocks roll in. All the other 3 classes are the same. It's a 2-day show for those three premier divisions, and then we get into the alphabet soup of finding our way to a Pink Lady champion, because that's what Saturday is. Just Saturday is so cool.
I can't wait, man. It's a lot in one weekend.
Yeah, St. Prince says 11.8 at the mill. That's a fast lap on a perfect Saturday night. There's a couple of these guys. One of them drives an orange car out of Canada that can slide that machine into the 10-second bracket at Meridian Speedway. So, and the weather's supposed to be pretty darn perfect on Friday night. So that's the night. That's the qualifying night. Saturday, there's no qualifying. Friday, they qualify, and then everything else is from there. So they have one night, one opportunity to make it happen. So Trevor Wells says, how many midgets? I don't know, Trevor. Buy 12 of them, and then we'll know we're going to get 14. I don't know. There was one out here tonight I've never seen before. So we've got one that was at practice, and I would say you're going to be in the 5 to 10 range with your midgets. Trucks about the same, But the cool deal is they're part of the biggest show on the West Coast right now, so they could bring 2, and it's going to be a heck of a night.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's it. I think we're going to let you get your homework done, get ready to cruise on up here. Friday night, Saturday night, both nights, gates open at 4:45. That's really all you need to know, because you just be here. Don't worry about when everything starts. What's that? 2 midgets on the screen. Midget that, Riley Robert. Midget that.
We'll have to blur that out later.
No, too late. It's on Facebook. You're good. It's only Riley. One quick thing. Thoughts, prayers out to the Waters family. I know they lost one of their matriarchs, John, posted. So we hate losing people, but our thoughts and prayers are to the Waters family. We can't wait to see them up here this weekend too. So I think with that, I mean, honestly, flipping Riley off at the end of a podcast, there's no better way to finish it. And I think he's right outside the door too. So,
oh, I'm sorry if I just caused you a problem.
Like, I'm afraid of her. I'm afraid of him getting out. I think he's right outside that door. And you know what? I'm in a trailer that only has one door. So either that or my fat butt's going to roll out a window if I'm trying to run from him. So, all right. Next Wednesday. So it's Pink Lady Classic. That's what we're focused on tonight. 1 week from tonight, Davey Hamilton Jr. joins us for our first Open Wheel Showdown special. So Davey's going to join Patrick and I 1 week from tonight. We'll talk about the big show going on in Vegas in November. And then we'll also spend some time talking about the 2025 Pink Lady Classic champion. Who's it going to be? You guys just let us know. Shoot us some messages. We'll figure it out. Sounds like Brian Wolf seems to be the favorite right now on the outside looking. So, all right, man. Go get your stuff packed. Put some gas. Yeah, put gas in the Kia.
Yeah, it's a hybrid deal. Yeah, so we'll run on some gas, but we can get like 600 miles of tank, so we're good.
Oh, I might need one of those. My truck's out here just sucking. My Chevy truck sucking gas just parked out here without the motor on. I'm sure it's like half a tank just been sitting. So, Raced In Bowling, Overture Photography, some of the great folks that keep us rolling. Performance Signs and Graphics gets us all that stuff as well. Without the big 3, we couldn't do what we do. So roll up here to Meridian Speedway. The Raced In Bowling folks are going to be in the house. We'll get some interviews with them right off the bat when we see them tomorrow or Friday. And of course, we'll just Peyton and I are going to make our way down Sprint Car Row. We're going to get some cool interviews and let everybody know who's here for the big show. And then, we'll do some lives. Maybe Patrick and I are going to be in the same building. We're going to do a Pit Stop Podcast live Saturday night or Friday night if we remember, and if we're not so excited about sprint cars, we forget what.
Yeah.
All right. So travel safe, man, and text me when you get here so we can get you in the gates, and we'll see all of our friends and our fans at the 2025 Les Schwab Tire Pink Lady Classic. It all kicks off with the Elliott Sportsman Classic Friday night. See you at the races.